my name is Teacher Suvira, and today I will talk about what is reflective essay. Reflective essay is a written form of a personal point of view, but still keeping the formal and academic essay structure. Now, let's go in detail. What is reflective essay? Reflective essay is particularly describing an event that you have been through. Secondly, give opinion and the opinion on you know about. Reflect back and reason with it. The event is before, during, and after. And obviously, if reflective essay, you need to be there to experience it so that you can talk about it. And it's more than a storytelling. It's not a form of diary where you just list down whatever you have gone through, but it's really more than a storytelling. And then, reflective essay is more about reflection. As you can see on the bar graph, description versus reflection. Description is lesser than reflection. In a reflective essay, you reflect more than you describe. Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about brainstorming. Brainstorming is known to be something very crucial in every essay writing. Brainstorming helps us to gather our idea, organize our idea into our essay later. So now I'm just going to zoom through straight to why brainstorm. We brainstorm because we want to narrow our own topic or the idea that we are listing in our essay. Now, for reflective essay, it's a bit different from the normal essay that we write. So it involves thought and feeling, and also it involves what, when, who, and where. And if we want to go deeper, we will have to think critically why, how, and so what. Now, in reflective essay, we also need timeline. The purpose of having a timeline is to determine the type of tenses that we are going to use in our essay. Now, I'm just going to go towards the diagram. What is needed in a reflective essay? Firstly, we need a description. Mainly, we need to describe about what happened. Secondly, feelings. What were you thinking or feeling during that time? Thirdly, evaluation. What was good and bad about the situation or experience that you went through? And fourthly, about the analysis. What sense can you make out of the essay, out of the experience? Later, I will explain further about analysis. Conclusion, what else could you have done? Could it be better, or do you anything to improve on? And the last one would be action plan. If it arose again, what would you do differently? Then what happened? Would it be a choice, the bad choice that you have made, you want to recover from it or anything? Okay, now I want to explain more on the analysis. In analysis, we need to do free writing. This is where you loosen up and generate as much idea. And this is when you get everything out of your mind. And you should not mind of the errors you make when you are doing free writing. Secondly is mind mapping. You mind map because you want to link the ideas and in the central ideas and then branch out to many connections. So part of mind mapping is the tree diagram, the web diagram, and also the mapping where you do bubbles diagram. And again, reflective essay is about yourself, the knowledge, and your experience.
Hi everyone, my name is Teacher Farin and today I will be explaining about outlining in reflective essay. Now, before that, we need to know, and you need to know as well, that outlining is a very important step in any kind of essay writing. Why? Because you get to see your points and you get to see how your ideas flows, and you get to see as well which point from your brainstorming that you want to put in your essay later. Now, I have come into a fine kind of simile for you to understand outlining. You can think of outlining as a good quest scheme. When you're looking at a game, you would look at the introduction of how the characters are being introduced, or how the character looks like, the settings, as well as what you will be playing for the rest of the game and what you will get at the end of the game. Now, let's look at outlining as a good quest scheme. You have the introduction of it. It has the hook that will hook your readers into reading your essay. And then when we move to the body parts, we have three subparts that are very good structure for reflective essay. The first subpart is the experience, and in this case, the experience would be the topic which your lecturer or your teacher would be giving you in the question. And then the second one will be the effect. This effect, it's either the effect to you or the people around you. And the most important part in the body is what you have learned, because this is the part where you reflect. Hence, it comes the reflective essay. You reflect to what the event has done to you or has helped you in any way in your life. And after all this body that you have written, you have distributed your ideas, you will come into a good conclusion without missing any kind of element in your essay writing. And in this conclusion, you give a brief conclusion or a brief summary from all this body in your reflective essay. And that is all from me. Hope you will be able to write a good outline for your reflective essay. Thank you for watching.
Hi, we are back. Now, before we move on to the next session, we are going to give a bit of tips on how can you further write your essay. Firstly, you should write clearly and concise. This is to make sure that the presentation of your ideas are well written.
And number two, you have to think of the themes. And when you are thinking about the theme, you need to identify the purpose of you telling or writing the story. And this is a very important step because you need the time to reflect to your writing.
Thirdly, ask questions to get more details. For example, if you are writing about the book that you like the most, you should reflect on it. Ask questions such as emotional questions, what problems arose in the book, and also cultural connection that you can make. And ask as much question as you can because that will help you to write a better essay.
And the fourth one, you need to create the reflective essay outline as I've presented before. We need to stress out how important outline is for reflective essay because you get to choose which idea you want to use, and you would not forget any element or two elements in your writing, as well as you can see the order of the paragraphs before you write it.
The next one, it is important for you to write briefly. The essay should range from 300 to 700 words, and you should pay attention to the points before starting.
And the sixth one, just write the text. Follow the outline that you have written and you will have no problem writing your reflective essay.
The last tips is good academic tone and proper sharing will help you to write a better essay. Forget about the slang and abbreviation. Be attentive to the spelling and grammar because that is what the essence of the essay is. Thank you.